You know what really gets me about entrepreneurship? When multi-billion-dollar companies that have been around for years still call themselves startups. I've co-founded, mentored, and invested in more than 16 startups, had 4 successful exits, and served as entrepreneur in residence for 2 institutions, helping founders in those really early days. And I can tell you what marketing is calling startup today isn't what a startup used to be. Back then, a startup was a stage, not a symbol. It meant you were in the trenches, building, testing, pivoting, running on fumes, and faith. You were supposed to grow out of startup mode. That was the goal. We wanted to become what I call maturing companies, still growing fast, but steady enough to stand on our own feet. The dream wasn't to stay fragile, it was to grow up. But somewhere along the way, startup became a brand. It started meaning innovative, cool, disruptive. We like those. But to where even billion-dollar companies with global reach and thousands of employees like OpenAI still wear the startup badge like a hoodie they never outgrew. And look, I get it. The word sells. It attracts talent, it sounds fresh, but there's a difference between acting like a builder and pretending you're still in the garage. Here's the truth. A startup is supposed to be temporary. It's the fragile stage when you're still searching for the repeatable, scalable model, not executing on the one that you've already found. Once you have funding, customers, and revenue, as well as market control, congratulations, you're no longer a startup. You're a business. Own it. Grow into it. Lead with maturity. So maybe it's time we start calling things what they are. Because the world doesn't need another startup that never grew up. It needs builders who know when to grow up and keep the startup spirit alive in how they lead. I'm Dr. Gordon Jones, founder, mentor, investor, and I've seen what happens when startups grow up right. Let's build more of those. Now, for the hat. The Striped Pig is the oldest continuously operating distillery in the state of South Carolina, founded in 1935 after Prohibition ended in South Carolina. It's now owned and operated by Pixie Duzwetti, and since 2013, they've been using technology and branding to continuously innovate and generate a profit. This is what every startup is supposed to aspire to. Go check them out on their website, stripedpigdistillery.com, or in person down in Charleston, South Carolina. Say hello to Pixie for me. So we'll see you tomorrow with a different hat and a new lesson. Think and live rich.